Okay, recording over the break, heading into year 2020 from beautiful Park City, Utah. Wanted to answer a few questions. Now, the question, is it allowed? No, I mean, schools do whatever they want. When parents ask me, is this legal? Is this allowed? I'm telling you, it doesn't really matter. They do what they want. It's your job to hold them accountable, all right? As an advocate, as a parent, as an attorney, all right? So this whole thing is this allowed? Yeah, it is, and they'll get away with it as long as they can, all right? That's just how humans are, and that's just how institutions are. That's just how government works, all right? And in this particular situation, yes, of course, they set this thing up so that they could sort of ensure or hedge their bets that your daughter couldn't participate in the lab. And I'm surprised that they just didn't use the excuse that that there's this sharp material around and knives, and they can't they just can't have her around this stuff. That's the common excuse that I see. But to have her be free floated, to have them not use the testing accommodations that they agreed to, that the IEP team agreed to, that's a mechanism of use to prevent her participation in the lab, not for any other reason than he just didn't want to deal with it as a teacher. All right. Now, I know you asked this question at the beginning of December, so I don't know what ended up happening. But yes, you would be justified in complaining to high hell about that one, because they could very easily accommodate her. Absolutely. And so it's discriminatory as well. I mean, it's not only a violation of the IEP, but that's not equal access. And I mean, it's a civil rights violation as well. So you've got an OCR complaint you could potentially file, but if you're going to file an OCR complaint, make sure that you do so rather quickly, because there's a time frame that OCR sets from the date of the incident, with regards to them being able to look at it. And I can't remember if it's 30 or 45 days. So you gotta jump on that, or you can ask for mediation. But I think the OCR route, but I don't think it's a due process worthy exercise. It's more of you need to go back to the team. You need to talk to the people in the administrative offices. You need to try to negotiate with them first as to this violation. It's not necessarily a denial of FAPE yet. That's sort of an analysis that would happen later. Like I said, it's a denial of equal access. It's a denial of reasonable accommodation so that she could participate. And that's a little bit different. Not saying that it can't turn into that, because if they give her a bad grade in that class, that wouldn't be her fault. Okay, just something to consider there.